The Marching 100 counts down the days to a big gig at the Rose Parade. Well, still ahead at 6, one of New Orleans' best-loved bands has big plans for the new year. With the help of the one and only director they've ever had, the Marching 100 is getting ready for the Rose Bowl. More on the music and the man who makes it happen coming up. There's a New Orleans teacher who's still going strong after 50 years at the same school. Edwin Hampton has impacted generations as the band director at St. Aug. Tonight, Sally Ann Roberts profiles this extraordinary teacher as he prepares the Marching 100 for perhaps the biggest day of his half-century career.
Forward, punch!
They are the Purple Knights, the Marching 100 of St. Augustine High School, a band that has been wowing crowds since the Catholic school opened in 1951. And the man who directed the first band a half-century ago is still at the helm today, Edwin Hampton.
Do you see what your problem was? Let's go back and do that again.
He is a perfectionist, and his eye for detail has paid off in countless awards over the years for the Marching 100. The discipline the students learn under Mr. Hampton's watchful eye offers lifelong dividends. Mr. Hampton's office walls are covered with the pictures of his former students who have gone on to excel in fields from music to politics to education. And one of his former students became the road manager for a group of kids known as the Jackson Five, who occasionally stop by St. Augustine High School gym to shoot hoops.
They seem like a regular family?
A regular family all the way, and I met the whole family, their mother and the father.
This is Edwin Hampton's family.
My wife is deceased, and we had no children. And in a sense, a lot of these kids became my children. They keep holding on like that, even though they're grown men now. But I think they were really filling the void in my life as far as the family was concerned.
Now at the age of 72, Mr. Hampton counts as one of the highlights of his life, the first time he took his Purple Knights down Canal Street on Mardi Gras Day.
I tell a story about an aged black lady who actually went down on her knees and thank God that she lived to see the day that a black band would march in the Carnival Parade.
The St. Aug Purple Knights have marched a long way in 50 years. They were on the field for the Saints' first game.
What a day that was.
Now the band has been honored with an invitation to march in the Parade of Roses in Pasadena, California on New Year's Day.
I guess it's the greatest thing that ever happened to us. The Rose Bowl is broadcast all over the world.
The band has raised thousands of dollars to make the trip, but it is still $45,000 short of the money necessary to buy the new band equipment and pay for every young man to make the trip. In 1996, the St. Aug Band was not able to accept a trip to the Rose Bowl because band members couldn't afford the trip. But Edwin Hampton remains determined that this time things will be different.
I really feel strongly that if we had to leave one single kid here, I wouldn't want to go. And that's not easy. Some people are doing a lot of things to try to raise the money, and we're going to make it.
Sally Ann Roberts, Channel 4, Eyewitness News.
And if you'd like to help the Marching 100 make the trip to the Rose Parade by making a donation, call this school at 949-3113.
Coming up next on Channel 4's Eyewitness News.
The donations are pouring in, but are they enough to send the St. Aug Marching Band to the Rose Parade? 4 hours ago, the St. Augustine Marching 100 stood $45,000 short for its trip to the Rose Parade on New Year's Day. But after our story aired last night, some big donations rolled in, and in this follow-up, Jennifer Huntley shows us why the Purple Knights are smiling tonight.
Practicing today at St. Augustine Catholic High School, the Purple Knights have plenty to toot their horns about. They're going to the Rose Bowl Parade.
We just, label ourselves as the best band in the land. our chance to prove it.
In the 50 years since the band first formed at St. Augustine, the Marching 100 have become an institution in New Orleans, but they've never before made it to the Rose Bowl and a nationwide audience. It's a moment band members almost thought would never come. Since getting invited last summer, the fundraising never stopped.
Very hard. We tried everything, almost everything we had.
But up until yesterday, the band was still $45,000 short. That is until our story on band director Ed Hampton aired last night and phone calls started coming in. Just minutes later, businessman and oil tycoon Pat Taylor donated $22,000. The band offered to wear a patch with Taylor's company name on it. Instead, he says he wants the patch to promote the TOPS education program he started.
Now, if they can carry our message, yes. But those kids, they deserve a chance to go to the Rose Bowl.
We have a total.
Taylor also challenged others to pitch in with the rest. This afternoon, lawyer Bob Harvey and his friends offered up $18,500.
I was so touched by the story. It brought back an energy to go out and ask some of my friends, my old friends, to raise some money.
Oh, I feel real good about it. I had a lot of faith in the whole thing that it was going to happen. So we're ready to go.
The band still needs a couple $1,000s for the trip. They say they know now they're going to get there, and the rest of the country will hear the sounds New Orleanians have come to know and love. Jennifer Huntley, Channel 4 Eyewitness News.
Band director Ed Hampton says the kids will be practicing several hours a day until the band leaves on December 28th. And of course, you can still help the Marching 100. To make a donation, call the school at 949-3113. And be sure to tune in to Channel 4 on New Year's to see the Purple Knights live at the Tournament of Roses Parade. And that coverage begins at 10 a.m.